Hi guys, welcome to our 2022 Winters Creative Workshop. I am Gemma. I'll be kind of hosting this event for you, and then I'm going to introduce Chantal, who's going to be the host for teaching the tutorial on Adobe Premiere Pro. Can you say hi, Chantal? All right, and then next we have Ziad and Faiza and Yufei, who is also here to help. So if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat and we will be answering accordingly. Next slide, please. Yes, so again, as mentioned, you can feel free to answer. We'll be answering every question that you ask. It can be private or public, up to you, up to your comfortableness. Our schedule is like this. We'll be downloading our assets and getting ready from 4 to 4:10-ish. I have put the link in the chat below, so please make sure to check that out. It's also included in your emails that has been sent to you this afternoon at 1. And then we'll be going over the basic system from until 4:40, and then we'll be taking a break at 4:50. And then we will be finalizing the video and having a Q&A session. And then we'll be ending the workshop around 5:30. And you can stick around to ask any questions or just say hi and like network with us afterwards as well. Next slide, please. So this is our workshop structure. And the first half of the workshop will be going over the basic tools in Adobe Premiere Pro, such as like format and software, music, intro, and stabilizing the videos. And then the second half will be about transitions and color grading and other skills that you'll be learning, like masking and like boomerang effect and more. So stay tuned and stay in for the whole workshop. Next slide, please. And as mentioned in the email and our Instagram, we will be offering a 20% off discount for our merch when you finish the video and send it to us by direct message on Instagram or emailing us at info@iccitcouncil.com. You'll be getting the discount until February 19th, I believe, and you can shop at our official website. The link is also included in the email that you signed up for. And we will be watching the video that we will be creating now, and then we'll get into the actual workshop.
So yeah, guys, that's what we're making for today. I'm just gonna open the Premiere Adobe software. So for those who have no experience at all, I'm gonna go through everything so that this is a beginner level class. So we're just gonna go through it all together. And for those who need refreshing as well, to start, we're gonna start a new project. Do you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then we're just gonna name the file creative. Or actually just a merge ad, that would be fine, or whatever you guys want. And then just input your file, like, don't mind my messy desktop, but yeah, just input in like a folder that you want. Yeah, and then just press OK and it will open a new file. I'm not gonna open it because I have a file open already. So we're just gonna open the project here. I also suggest if you have like a lot of softwares open, try to close them because Adobe does take a lot of memory and RAM, so it's gonna be quite slow. Then I can just kind of move this. I see everyone's face. And then I'm just gonna go through everything here, like what you see. Right now here, the effect controls. These are like later on you'll kind of when you drag and drop things. Okay, wait, it's kind of slow. Here, this one actually is good. Here, yeah. You can see into more of the specifics of the data. So you can change the scale, the position, rotation, even the audio file itself. And yeah. And then at the bottom left is where you will be importing all your files. I'll go into that later. And here at the bottom right is your timeline where we are going to do all the magic. And this is the Premiere preview. So everything, all the progress is just seen here. Okay. So for now, we're going to open a bin. So here you see new bin. So just open that file. I have a file open here already. It's called sample. So you can even, depends on how you feel, you can make it different views. So I kind of want, where is it? I'll just stick with this. And I'm gonna open a new bin, and for each bin, just like we're gonna put 3 folders: content. Just gonna bring this up. Content, music, and overlay. And then for each, you just import all your files. You can go here, file, and then import, or you can do Command I, which I usually do, and go into the files that you've downloaded for assets. So I'm gonna go here. We're gonna put the music. And then same with the other file, content. You just put in all your content here, Command I, and then you just input all your files. So you just drag and drop everything. I'm not gonna do that anymore because I already have my file open. So after you import everything, we're gonna open a new sequence. So right now, this is the sequence I've already done. We're gonna make a new one. So here at new item, press new item, then we're gonna open a new sequence. So at new sequence, we're just gonna change the settings to customize them. So editing mode, go to custom. Oh, just tell me if I'm going too fast. And if I am, I'll go slower. So this whole sequence is basically you were making a new like a project. Like let's say on iMovie, you're making a new project. But it's more like customizable. So for time base, we're gonna go 23.976 frames because it's just like a default, like, so we're just gonna stick with that. And then for frame size, we're gonna do 1920 by 1080. Okay, actually, and then yeah, and everything else is just default. Those are all good. You can name your sequence like merge add again if you want. Then press OK. So here we have like a new timeline folder basically. So we're just gonna start with the intro. So the intro, as you saw a while ago, we kind of saw like a video in text zoom in type of vibe. So that's what we're gonna do the same as well. So I'm just gonna, but first we're just gonna put in the, I'm just gonna read this because I don't use it. Put in the music first. Am I going too fast or no? Okay. We're gonna put in the music here at audio. So wait, I haven't gone through these yet. This is basically where you put your audio files, and here's your video files. So all the specifics are shown later on. We're just gonna go through it. And here at the bottom, you can like zoom in, zoom out, depending on what you want. So yeah. And I'm just gonna lock it because I don't really want to change this because it's gonna be the basis of our ad. So yep, just gonna go near here. For the video in-text effect, we're going to first start with creating a color matte. So a color matte is like it's like a custom like background basically. So we're gonna do that right now. So 1920 by 1080, all the defaults, we're just gonna stick to that. And any color you want, doesn't matter. We're gonna stick with blue for now. But like yeah, any color you want, it doesn't really matter for the color matte we're making right now. I'm just gonna move the color matte though to overlays to keep it organized. Wait. Actually, never mind. Just gonna move it here at the V1. So you see there's like a background now. So the most basic is to have like a color-based background without like putting like a image into it if you want. Okay. And I'm gonna keep the color matte until the beat drop here. If you see here, there's like a beat drop. So I kind of keep the video like in tune with the music. Yeah. And then we're gonna put in the content. So we're just gonna make sure to fill all these V1, V2, V3. So we're gonna go into content and just drag your intro video. And same with intro, we're just gonna move this here. to the beat drop, and I don't really hear anything, so we're just gonna leave it there. You kind of see that in A2 there's like its own audio file as well. And for videos you don't need the audio, you can unlink them. To unlink is to separate both the video file to the audio file, because they usually when you drag and drop, it can be it's like as one thing, so I usually unlink them. And then we're gonna go to text. Right. Okay, to put a text, there's a type tool at the bottom left beside your timeline, or you can press T. That's also a shortcut. And we are just going to drag on the Premiere preview here. And we're gonna just write ICCID merge. So we can just type here. And then from there, like, you can edit the text in your effect controls at the left side. At the bottom, you just press text here, the arrow. And here you can change the font, and I'm just gonna pick impact because that's like default. And you can align everything and scale it to be bigger. You can change the color if you want here, but we have no need for that right now, so we'll be fine. And then I'm also gonna drag this to the beat here. So we're gonna go to effects here. Here is all the effects. The effects have presets of like color grading, which you can make black and white or like whatever you want, or audio effects as well, and audio transitions, video transitions, and video effects, which we'll be going into later. For now, we are going to use track math key. So just search track math key and drag it to the intro and the color matte only, not the text. So press color matte here and go into effect controls. So we're just gonna go back to editing, so it's like more space. And whenever you drag an effect to a video, you kind of see it pop up here. You can even cancel the effect if you don't want it to apply. So we're gonna matte the key right now. It's basically, we'll show you later. Put this into video 3 and this as well, video 3. So we have that like in text, inverse. But we kind of want like the zoom in, zoom out effect later on. But for now, I'm just going to, I kind of want like a fade in with the color matte because we haven't used it yet. So let me just see. Okay. For the color matte, we're just gonna go to opacity. So we're gonna toggle animation. It's basically, you can, wait, where is it? It's not showing. Oh, you toggle this opacity. And like you can, it's basically like you can change it video. So let's say at this point, I'm gonna change the opacity to 0 here. So when and then same with this, we keep it at 100 here, but we toggle this and go back to 0. So you kind of see here, it's just like opposite. Like, you fade out the colors at the start. Here for the mauve, you start your opacity here and so that the mauve is not existing at the start, so that like you can see the fade in and fade out of it. Anyway, yeah, that's just to explain it further. And then another effects we're going to go into is text. So we're gonna go effects again, or you can also do here. It's the same thing. It's just I prefer it here so I could see everything. We're gonna search for 3D, basic 3D. So and apply that to our text file. Here. Nothing happens yet, but we'll do it later on. Okay. For basic 3D.
Chantel?
Yeah, is there a question?
I'm just being told to go a little bit slower if possible.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where they want me at one point? 'Cause,
Let me just get back to you. Person is texting me in the chat.
explain it. I can re-explain it as well.
Actually, could you briefly show us what it's supposed to look like right now?
Yes, this is what it's supposed to look like. Actually, it's supposed to look like this here. I will show you guys.
And Chantel, when you go back,
Okay.
can you repeat the whole text portion?
Which, oh, like the text, like applying text.
Yeah, can you just redo that whole part and
Oh,
go
yeah.
a little bit slower? Thank you.
Okay, wait, let me think again. I'm so sorry. For the okay. I'm like trying to think again. Wait. Like the text, like how to apply a text. Is that what you guys mean? Okay, wait, I will show you like an example. Okay, here. I'm gonna just do a color matte again. Just use the same color matte here. And then to apply a text, you can press T or the bottom left type tool here. And then you just drag your mouse. And then you write down anything that you think is a vibe. So we're gonna do ICCIT merge for now. And at the left effect controls, in text, you can just basically change everything as you want. The font, the scale of it, if it's centered here. Yeah. And like the position and the width of everything. But we're just gonna keep it simple and just increase the scale to, let's say 378 and center align it and center text. Yeah. Is that all? Is that what they didn't understand? Whoever didn't, like, I can still expand on it more if needed. Yes, Chris.
If you can briefly run through how you did the keyframes for the opacity as well.
Oh,
on the
sure.
tech.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, yeah, I had a hard time the first time I tried it. Okay, I'm going to just restart again here. Okay. Oh, and the track matte key, yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna apply the effects here. Okay. If I'm going too fast, you guys can just react to me. React that like or heart or whatever, so that like I can like slow down. Yeah, so we're just gonna go to track matte key. So basically it's like a masking over like the text. So we drag that to the intro and the color matte so that they're over each other. So here at the intro, when you see track matte key, matte it to video 3. Yeah, video 3, and same with color matte, matte it to video 3. Yeah. And did you guys get that? Okay, at that point, yeah. And then I'm gonna go into opacity now. Okay, I'm gonna go into opacity now. So we're gonna do color matte first, and we're gonna toggle animation for the opacity portion. So at 100% of color matte, we want it to fade out by like a certain time. So let's say here, like 123. And we want it to be 0 so that like it's just gone, right? And then on the same intro mob here, on the same timeline as well, where you're 100% on color matte, right? Here, you're 100% at that. When you're 0% on color matte, you're 100% at that time of the intro movie. So we're gonna make it 0 here. so you don't see anything. And then, oh wait, but like, don't forget to toggle. I always forget to do that. So we're at 0 point at this point, and then we're gonna go back. And here it's like, we're gonna make it 100. Huh. Wait, actually, I did that wrong because I toggled it late. So I'm gonna do that again. I find the 100 here. We're not always remember to toggle first because I always forget to do that. Let's see. Okay, it's actually 0 at this point, and then 100 at the start. And then color matte is the opposite. It's actually 0 at the start, and then 100 at the point. Okay, that was my mistake. Huh. Okay, I don't know when I redo it. I'm gonna redo everything again because. Okay, did you guys get it? Okay, right now I'm gonna just redo it while waiting. Okay, so color matte here. Opacity for color matte, it's 100 to 0. Let's do a 0 here. Here as well. 0. There. Huh. Okay, I'm just gonna go here and just copy this. I don't know why it's wrong. Okay, just gonna move that here. Okay, are we over the opacity? Are we good with that, guys? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Okay.
Thank you. It was just the keyframes switching between 100 and 0. I missed that part, so thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, and we're gonna apply 3D model on the text portion. So you're gonna search 3D model on the 3D, actually, just 3D, basic 3D, and then drag it to your ICCIT merge. I'm going to just delete this portion here. I'm gonna drag basic 3D here. And then at basic 3D, we want to toggle distance to image and position. I'm just going to restart this. Okay. Yep. We're just gonna restart that. But we're gonna start with distance to image first. So, okay, I want to start at this point, maybe like make it smaller here. And then by the end of it, yeah, here, I will zoom in maximum, like maximum, until like you see the black portion. Yeah, you guys get it? Let me check the, yeah. And then we go to transform, where you toggle the position, and then go to the y-axis, and like I just tend to just move around. Like maybe go up here. Yeah. And then there's still some black points, so I just tend to still keep going in, or wait, that wasn't meant to happen. Maybe go negative 95. So, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna restart at this point. Here. It's just a lot of trial and error. So yeah, here. So to the point where it's like you can see everything. So like you can see that like you guys get it? Are we good so far? Yeah, okay. Okay. Everything's recorded, so you guys can always go back to it if you have any problems. Okay, perfect. Next, we're going into stabilizing. I will just go into contents and go to stabilize as it's said, and then just drag and drop here. It's too long, so I'm just gonna shorten it here, maybe. Yeah. So if you can see, I don't know, you could see like it's we're gonna make it stable, so it's gonna be super smooth. Here, just right click first and nest it. When we nest something, it's basically allowing the file to like reduce, like it allows you to use the entire sequence as is. And because like as of now it's not allowed because it's a 4K shot, so it will not allow you to use the effect warp stabilizer if you don't nest it. So we're gonna nest it for now. So just press OK. So it's nested, and then go into effects here again, and then you search warp stabilizer, and then you just drag and drop. It takes a lot of time, so I'm not gonna do it now, but it's gonna look like this. Here. Oh no, not this. Here. It's just. So it's like super. It's so much. There's a huge difference. But yeah, we're gonna just keep it. It just takes a while to stabilize, so just don't forget to just take your time with it. I'm just gonna add the stabilized portion here already. Okay, so now we're going to just try to add the transition because it just seems so. So I'm just gonna go into video transitions here at the bottom left. I really like the cross zoom transition, so I just tend to just add it. When you go into it more, you can even lessen the amount of time for if you want it to be shorter. So that's one of it. And then you can see at one point here, I just add like two more. This is just like a super simple effect, like if you're vlogging or like a add depth because of the music beats. So you basically just copy paste if you want to do it, but if you don't want to, it's fine as well. And then just listen to the beat. Yeah, it's really slow right now. Here. Okay, but like you don't see it smaller, right? So press the V tool or the selection tool and then double click it. And this is a way to transform your video. Now. Oh, I also suggest you keep this at 1/4 so it doesn't like take so much. Like it just gets slower when I press full, so I tend to just keep it at its lowest resolution. So, yeah. Okay, it's quite slow again. I would also add like one more on top, and then to the beat. I'm not gonna do it anymore because it's gonna take Actually, I'm gonna just do it so that it's complete. But yeah, just take your time here. You just listen to the beat. When making an ad, like music and beat really makes a difference to your video. So I suggest you take your time with it. So yeah. So where are we at? Okay, so we're gonna move on from this portion. Again, you can make it smaller again here. Yeah. And then follow the beat. Okay, so we're moving on to the masking portion of the video. This is the next portion, and after this we'll have a break. So just open your overlays, overlay 1, and then put it here on V2, and then go to contents and go to masking 1 and put it under. Yeah, wait. The masking portion, if everyone is with me, yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the file for this overlay is quite big. So I would suggest we go zoom out a bit. So 25% would be perfect. And then we just double click the file. Oh, and you can see how big it is. So we're just gonna lessen it a bit, lessen it. Wait, not lessen to the point of okay here. And we're just gonna move it to be seen. It's a bit laggy. I have a lot of files on my computer. There. Okay. So we're good here. You can go back to your current zoom, and you can see here. It's just an overlay that I like to use, but it's a bit short. I tend to increase, actually lower the speed of videos that are short because it lengthens them, especially for like more repetitive, such as these type of things like a Super 8 film. So I'm just going to go to speed, and then I'm gonna go like maybe 80. 80 is good, yeah. And you can see it increases here, but it still looks the same. So yeah, let's just look at this file. Okay, wait, we have to adjust this masking file. I just, because I want to take, yeah, I want to just adjust the file to make this a bit shorter so that as soon as it, my roommate, by the way, so shout out to her for allowing me to video her. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Then we can see like the overlay, we kind of want to show the photo behind it. So we're going to mask the photo. So to mask, we just create an outline for a photo that you'd like to reveal or hide. And usually this effect is used for like putting like behind the text type of effects that you see in the movies. Yeah. So we're just going to use here under opacity, it's your best friend. You can mask manually, so you can go like 1, 2, 3, or it's not a perfect square, but I tried my best. I don't think I perfectly did that because you don't see it. I'm gonna do it again. Or you can also just use the box tool and just manually. I know it's a hassle, but it's just for teaching sake. I'm just gonna show you. You can create masking tools with this. Okay, yeah. Boom, and we masked it. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, wait. I'm masking the wrong thing. I think that's why. Okay, make sure to press the overlay first, because now I know why. I've been masking the other file this whole time. That's so dumb. Okay, sorry. We masked this here. And then I'm just gonna manually do it because at this point. And you can change your masks at times. Oh, and so you can see right now it's masking the square on the bottom file, but we want the overlay to be the one that's masked. So we're going to invert it. So now you see it looks like a film, like a real Super 8 film, and just adjust it to the square that you want. So I know it takes a while, but you know, so super simple, just something if you'd like to do like a video over a video, or overlay this from that, or like you can even overlay, I mean mask like people when they move and add stuff on it. So this is just a super simple explanation of masking. Okay, actually I want this to be longer, so I'm gonna make it maybe like 70%. Or maybe 60%. 60% is better. Yeah. And then but I kind of want to show my friend's face, so I'm just gonna double click here and like move her down a bit. Okay, wait, she's not moving. Sometimes if it doesn't work, just lock the first file first so that you can easily fix it here. It's super simple. Or is everyone on the same page as me? Perfect, I guess. And then I kind of want that like Super 8 like film vibe. So I'm just gonna cut a portion here. So to cut, we use this razor tool, or you can press C if you're using Apple, and just cut here or any point. It doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna search for an effect. It's called replicate. So when you replicate something, it just makes like a 4x4 square, technically. Or if you want to replicate more, you can replicate more. Or if you really want to replicate more, you can just replicate more. But we don't need all of those, so I'm just going to take those out. We just need the 4 because it looks pretty. But the transition is like, oh, it's so sudden. So I'm just going to use a video transition cross dissolve. Cross dissolve is a transition that like I use like for everything. It's just so smooth. Even in Final Cut, when I use Final Cut, I always use cross dissolve on audio on like everything. So it's my best friend, and it could be yours. So yeah. So it really gives that like super smooth like. We're gonna put in the crop file here, so you kind of see all of these people playing around with the fireworks. I don't know. And we're just gonna keep razoring the tools that we just want. Like I just want it moves right, but I don't want to see anyone else, so I'm gonna crop there. I'm going to cut from her and from here as well, because I just want the individual person. This is good too. Okay, and we're just going to delete all the parts that we don't really need. So these parts, and I'm just gonna put this at the bottom and then this at the top here. Just make sure everything's aligned. So you see everyone, right? I want this girl in the middle. So she's in the middle, don't mind her. But the rest, we're just going to have a cropping session. Go into effects, and put radial wipe and drag it to the first two, not the base. She's our base right now, so don't mind her. But these two we're just gonna focus on for now. So go on the top is the first thing we see, and at radial wipe, we want to crop it to 50%. So it's cropped now, you see it. But radial wipe only crops based on an angle. So you can see this, right? You crop it. But if you want to crop more, let's say 60%, you're cropping clockwise. So, but if you want a classic crop, like just straight left, straight right, search for crop here. And then drag it. And you can crop it like left or like top. No, those are like two types of crops that are cool as well. But now that we have her here, I'm just gonna drag her a bit here. Again, we just want this as 50%. For that like angled look. Here, just wanna the edges to be together, yeah. And then for this dude, I also want to crop him. So we have radial wipe, we'll keep it at 50, but we'll do the angle opposite. So I'm gonna do it maybe this, yeah, here. Angle here. Yeah, looks good. And then we move it to the right side. Yeah. I'm gonna slow this down because I want this girl to be at the same point as the guy. So maybe like 80, 90, 80 is good. Yeah. You can see that it's like not symmetrical, which annoys me. The heck. So I'm gonna make the dude more symmetrical. So a lot of trial and error again, depending on the angle you want. And I might want him to be a bit more slanted here. There. Perfect. So just a lot of adjusting here. So we're just gonna adjust up here. I think we're good for that. These are all quite simple. So if ever you want to do like a split screen type of thing, you just use the cropping tool. I'm gonna move these two at the end though. I think that it would be cool. Okay. It could seem like, oh, it's too fast or like there's no transition. Then we can add a transition. So we're gonna go video transitions. I'm just gonna search what did I use. Okay, yeah. Use barn doors. It's just like a simple. And then you just drag and drop here at the top, and then you can lessen it if you want, so that when they come in, it's like nice and smooth. Like there's like a entrance to it. But I also like the sudden pop as well. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can do it as at your own. Okay, so that's for crop and yeah, for crop. So I think we're good. Okay. Now we're going into posterizing. So posterizing, it's basically we want this effect here. I'm just gonna show you guys my last video. posterizing is, we just want that boomerang effect. So we're just going to slow down the frame. So I'm just going to show you how we're going to do that. Just bring out the posterize file here, drag and drop. It's a long file, so we're going to cut a lot, or, you know, just lessen it. So here I'm going to lessen this portion here. It's really long. We don't really need it. We don't need the part of it because the boomerang is usually short. So I'm just going to lengthen this portion here. Yeah, and again, it's too long. A boomerang is usually really short, so we're gonna keep it short. But I don't want this portion of the clip. I want movement in the clip. So I'm going to try to find what portion in the clip. There. If you can see here, Chris looks at the camera at one point. So we want that because, you know, there's like movement, and but it's really slow, so we're just gonna make it faster in a way. Again, it's too long. Let's keep it really short. Like 3-4 seconds is good enough. And then at this point, we are ready to posterize. So again, effects is our best friend. We go effects, or if you're comfortable with this as well, we can go to effects here. But editing, it's easier for me to do it here. So we're gonna search for posterize, and we're gonna drag posterize time. Remember, not style. Posterize style, it just changes the look of it, but time changes the timing of it, the frame rate. So you can see here at posterize time, the frame rate changes. It'll be like super fast, like a time lapse, or like super slow. But we want it at 11 for now. You can see like the framing is slower. And that's what we want. We're gonna cut though. We're just gonna cut more because it's too long, honestly. And I'm gonna copy and paste another posterize. We want 2 of these, and at 2 of these, the second one, we want to reverse the speed. So at speed and duration, when you right click, there's an option to reverse speed. So when you press reverse speed, it reverses the speed. So you kind of see the finally do a boomerang effect, like a more HD look to it, if you want for your like vlog or whatever. So yeah, and then but it's kind of boring to just like keep it the same, so I'm gonna change the look of it. At Lumetri presets, you can change the grading, or like how the film looks. So we're gonna go to monochrome because I want it to be black and white for a change. So I'm gonna use monochrome normal contrast because it's pretty. So yeah. It just shows the change, which is why I added a different contrast. But you're not limited to just the presets. You can even create your own presets here at color. So you can go like, you can change the temperature manually, the tone of it. There's like color wheels, and even like the lighting. So if you have time, you should play with that to see how it looks for you. Here at the left side in color grading, or like Lumetri, where you basically do all the color grading here, you can see the people, the movement. So it's really fun. So try it out at your own time. So yeah, we're done for posterize. If you want to add text just for like a stronger impression of the film, then you can also add text here, and just like I don't, anything you want. I'm gonna put merch for now. I'm gonna scale it down though because it's too big, I think. Double click. Okay. Yeah, wait. doesn't really, it's not showing up for me. Do it again. Bigger. Here. Yeah, and then you can just do what you want to make it pretty here. And just keep it at the point of like the grayscale so that like, I don't know, it just leaves a stronger impression when there's a change. Yeah, and you can add the text here as well. Here. So yep. So we're done with Posterize. I'm gonna go into the outro, the ending. We're almost done. And right on time as well. Just put in the outro piece here. Wait, hold up. I'm just gonna open my lights because it's really dark. Okay. Yeah. So we're at the outro portion now. So we're kind of almost done. I'm just going to unlock the audio because as you can see, we don't need much of these. So I'm gonna lessen it to about 30 here because it's technically just a 30-second video. It is just a second video, but it takes a lot of time usually. So when I hear a prof say, "Oh, it's just 2 to 4 minutes," I don't know why, but I dread it. Just the yeah. So here, like fixing. There's a portion in the film where she goes sideways, and I think it's just like the right timing for the text to come out. So I'm gonna play with that. But I do think she takes a lot of time, so I'm just going to double click and like move it to the side just so that like I have more space for text. Yeah. Yep. That's perfect. We'll go into transitions later. It's easier to apply transitions when you've done most of it already. Because transitions are usually like just drag and drop. Unless you want to manually do everything with keyframes, then that's a different matter. But we're not doing that. So just checking if anyone has questions. Okay. If I'm going too fast, just tell me. We're almost done. We're at the last portion of it already, so I can always go back to talk about it or like redo a portion for you guys. Anyway, we are at the outro. So after observing, I just want to input that. I'm gonna add in the text here in the blank spot. I'm just going to lessen the size first. So I know it's too big. So I'm gonna put 20% off merch. Is it under ICCIT merch? Center and lower. You can even increase the scale if you want. Oh, it's too big. Yeah. And at the fill here, you can change the colors. You can even add a stroke where you can like outline the text. You don't see it because it's at 1 right now, but if you increase the stroke, you will see it. But we don't need that right now. So yeah. So there's a portion here when she starts moving. I want the text to show. So I'm just going to show how like we can use again the keyframe animation portion. So there's a lot of ways to show text at the end of it. It could be doing toggle animation as I taught 100% at the start. And at the end of it, it's like 0%. Or the opposite, it doesn't matter. Or we can also use effects. There's a lot of video transitions. If you just started and you just want to get used to it, I suggest you just play around with all the transitions so that you are already like used to it. You could put like cross dissolve, which is almost the same thing as opacity, but it's nice to learn how to do things manually so that like it creates like a strong foundation for like your video editing in the future. So I'm gonna just use like push or slide or something. I don't know. Actually no. Actually, like a dissolve is fine. I'm happy with this dissolve, honestly. Yeah, the color turned into gray. I don't. Oh no, the opacity is at. I didn't fix it, so. Where is it? Oh, here. Yeah. And you can do the same at the end. You can cross this off, but you can also do different things like page peel, but that doesn't really apply. Split maybe. Wait, pull up. Split maybe. That as well. But it's not smooth if the music just suddenly goes away. I tend to add a cross dissolve always at the end of my videos so that you can see this ends. But I'm gonna lengthen it. And for audio, even before at the end of the video, I always go to audio transitions, crossfade, and exponential fade. It's just like really helps. When I first started editing, I didn't even know you could add like video transitions into your audio. For Final Cut, not for Adobe Premiere, but you can. Yeah, you can even change like from where you're hearing it. If you're hearing your sound from the left ear or the right ear, there's a lot to do. You can even increase or decrease the decibels at a certain point as well. But yeah, I think that's the end of it for our merch ad, and you know we did it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Just gonna add all the transitions. We add cross zoom here because I like the transition for this. You can see it's quite laggy, so storage on your computer. I'm using a Mac, but it'll lose storage fast. Now that we're done with it, we want to export. Is there any questions? No? I guess not. When you export here, you go into media, and then you just export it. It takes really long because I don't know why. Adobe takes much longer than Final Cut, so because it really takes in all the data of your video. So yeah. If there's any questions, that's the end of this workshop. I've gone through all the basic beginner and like certain effects of the software. I think that's it for me. If there's any questions, feel free to just message me directly or put something on the chat. I'm happy to do it again. That's what I'm here for. So yeah. And don't forget to send in your video as well if you've done it for a 20% discount on our merchandise. Very comfy hoodie. So yeah.